My name is Dave Ritter. I'm from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and I'm here today to talk to you about the company LeafFilter. I live in an older community of the city. We have a lot of big trees, and this time a lot of leaves start falling. In the past, I used to clean my gutters out 3 or 4 times a year, so it was very time consuming, and as I'm getting a little older, I'm getting tired of walking up on the ladder up and down, so I decided to look for some alternatives, and I started looking online for gutter protection, and I noticed a lot of different companies, but one that seemed to stand out the most was LeafFilter. So I gave the local rep a call, and I made arrangements for them to come over to my house to do an inspection and to give me a quote. A few days later, James, the company rep, came over. He looked at my gutters. He had a telescopic camera, so he didn't even have to go up on a ladder. And he also had a laser beam to measure the length. So he then decided to, he gave my wife and I a 15, 20-minute presentation on the advantages of using LeafFilter. And it seemed like a very good product. A lot of people were using it. And one thing that stood out the most was it had a lifetime warranty. So James gave us a quote. We reviewed the quote, found it acceptable, and arranged for installation. I think it was a week later, Dave, the installer, came and talked to us and said what was going to be done and how it was going to be done and the time frame. He did it in about 2 or 3 hours, cleaned up after himself, and I inspected the product myself after, and it looked great. Calgary's had a fairly warm summer, and we didn't get much rain, but the leaves are starting to fall now, and one thing I noticed, they're not collecting in the gutters, and so I'm so far so good. And my biggest concern, I guess, was Calgary gets a lot of snow in the wintertime, is how it would react to the snow and the ice and when it started melting in the spring. And they guarantee that they have done a lot of installations in this area, and it hasn't been a problem. So that's what I'm going to wait and see in the spring. But right now it's so good, and like I say, it's got lifetime warranty, so I don't see any issues. So bottom line is I'm very happy with LeafFilter and their performance, and would highly recommend them.